Good day, everyone. We are the researchers. I am Andrea V. Mahumot.
Good day, everyone. I am Mercedita S. Tablada.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. I am Lorraine Grace Gola.
Today, we will present our study entitled The Effectiveness of Experiential Marketing and Experiential Value on Smartphone Purchase Intention Among Higher Education Institutions, College Students in Valencia City, Bukidnon. Abstract. This study focused on how experiential marketing and experiential value influence smartphone purchase intention among college students. We examined experiential marketing dimensions such as sense, feel, think, act, and relate experiences. We also studied experiential value components including customer return on investment, playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence. Using a quantitative research design, we gathered data from 371 respondents through survey questionnaires. The findings showed that experiential marketing and experiential value significantly influence students' purchase intention towards smartphone. Statement of the problem. This study aimed to determine the effectiveness of experiential marketing and experiential value in smartphone purchase intention among selected higher education institutions, college students in Valencia City, Bukidnon. Specifically, this study sought to answer the following questions. First, what is the socio-demographic profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, and year level? Second, what is the assessment of the respondents on experiential marketing in terms of sense experience, think experience, relate experience, and act experience, and feel experience? Third, what is the assessment of the respondents on experiential value in terms of customer return on investment, playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence? Fourth, what is the level of purchase intention among the respondents? Fifth, is there a significant difference between the socio-demographic profile of the respondents and purchase intention? Sixth, is there a significant relationship between experiential marketing and purchase intention? 7. Is there a significant relationship between experiential value and purchase intention? 8. Is there a significant influence among sense experience, feel experience, act experience, relate experience, think experience, and purchase intention? Lastly, is there a significant influence among customer return on investment, aesthetic, playfulness, service excellence, and purchase intention? Research hypothesis. The following are the research hypotheses of this study. Hypothesis 1 states that there is no significant difference between the socio-demographic profile of the respondents and purchase intention. Hypothesis 2 states that there is no significant relationship between experiential marketing and purchase intention. Third, states that there is no significant relationship between experiential value and purchase intention. Fourth, states that there is no significant influence among sense experience, feel experience, relate experience, think experience, and purchase intention. And lastly, states that there is no significant influence among customer return, investment, aesthetic, playfulness, service excellence, and purchase intention. Conceptual framework. This study used two independent variables, experiential marketing and experiential value. Experiential marketing includes sense, feel, think, act, and relate experience. Experiential value includes customer return on investment, playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence. These variables were tested to determine their influence on smartphone purchase intention, which serve as the dependent variable.
Demographic profile of the respondents. Table 3.2 presents the demographic profile of the respondents. In terms of age, most respondents were 18 to 20 years old, with 222 respondents or 59.8%. For sex, the majority were female, with 233 respondents or 62.8%, while males were 138 or 37.2%. In terms of year level, most respondents were first-year students with 169 respondents or 45.6%. Overall, the finding shows that the respondents were mostly young college students who are active smartphone users. Level of experiential marketing. Table 3.3 presents the level of experiential marketing among college students. The result revealed that all dimensions of experiential marketing were rated strongly agree, with an overall mean of 6.5155. Among the dimensions, think experience obtained the highest mean, followed by act experience and relate experience. This means that students highly observed and experienced experiential marketing when using smartphones. The findings imply that smartphones provide meaningful experiences that influence students' perceptions and behaviors. Level of experiential value and purchase intention. Table 3.3 also presents the level of experiential value and purchase intention. The findings show that all dimensions were rated strongly agree. Among the experiential value dimensions, playfulness obtained the highest mean, followed by aesthetic and service excellence. Purchase intention also received a high mean of 6.5714, interpreted as strongly agree. This means that students highly value smartphones and are highly willing to purchase them because of the enjoyment, design, and service quality they experience. Significant difference between demographic profile and purchase intention. Table 3.10 presents the significant difference between demographic profile and purchase intention. The results show that sex, age, and year level all had p-values greater than 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis was accepted. This means that there was no significant difference between the demographic profile of the respondents and their purchase intention. The findings imply that students had similar purchase intentions regardless of age, sex, or year level. Relationship between experiential marketing and purchase intention. Table 3.11 presents the relationship between experiential marketing and purchase intention. The findings show that all dimensions of experiential marketing had p-values less than 0.001. Therefore, the null hypothesis was not accepted. This means that experiential marketing has a significant relationship with purchase intention. The results imply that meaningful experiences such as sense, think, relate, act, and feel experiences increase students' intentions to purchase smartphones.
SOP 7 Relationship between experiential value and purchase intention. Table 3.11 present the relationship between experiential value and purchase intention. The findings reveal that customer return on investment, playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellent all had p-values less than 0.001. Therefore, the null hypothesis was not accepted. SOP 8 Significant influence of experimental marketing purchase intention. Table 3.12 represent the significant influence of experimental marketing in purchase intention. The findings show that think experience, relate experience, and feel experience had p-values less than 0.001. Therefore, the null hypothesis was not accepted for these variables. However, sense experience and act experience had p-values greater than 0.05, so the null hypothesis was not accepted for this dimension. This means that think experience, relate experience, and feel experience significantly influence purchase intention, while sense experience and act experience did not significantly influence purchase intention. Overall, experimental marketing significantly influenced smartphone purchase intention among college students. SOP 9 Significant influence of experimental value on purchase intention. Table 3.12 present the significant influence of experiential value on purchase intention. The findings show that playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence had p-values less than 0.001. Therefore, the null hypothesis was not accepted for these dimensions. Meanwhile, customer return on investment had p-value greater than 0.05, so the null hypothesis was not accepted. This means that playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence significantly influence purchase intention, while customer return on investment did not significantly influence purchase intention. Overall, experimental value significantly influenced smartphone intention among college students. Conclusion. In conclusion, the study found that college students had high experimental marketing, experimental value, and purchase intention towards smartphone. Experimental marketing and experimental value significantly influence purchase intention. Think experience, relate experience, feel experience, playfulness, aesthetic, and service excellence were the strongest predictors. The findings supported the experimental marketing theory, experiential value theory, and theory of planned behavior. Recommendations. The research recommends that smartphone companies focus on improving customer experience through emotional connections, social interactions, creativity, attractive design. Companies should also improve service quality and create engaging marketing campaigns. Educational institutions may continue integrating smartphone-based learning tools. Future researchers may include other variables such as brand trust, social media influence, and price sensitivity. So that's all about our report today.